Okay, so today we're going to have a little chat, I believe, about PAX8 and in particular some news related to Resello. So I guess a good place to start would be a little bit of background on PAX8 as an organization.
Yeah, sure. So PAX8 is a cloud services distribution company, originally coming from the US. That's where it originated. And they have been expanding into multiple other geos over the last years. Firstly, Canada, of course, and also they made an entrance into the UK by the acquisition of Wirehive, which was earlier this year in January. And now since early July, also Resello, the company that we have been working for, is now part of the PAX8 family. That's something that we're very happy with, and that we'll be chatting about today, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So, I mean, as far as you're aware, can you give us a bit of background too? You obviously alluded to the fact PAX8 already bought a company in the UK earlier the year. They're clearly expanding, but what's the sort of background to the acquisition of Resello?
Yeah, so we at Resello, we have been active in the cloud distribution space since 2013. So the business model was quite simple. We have always tried to make cloud and as a service as easy as possible for partners across Europe. And we did and have been doing this by using our own billing and automation platform. That was something that we had into our own development. And obviously since 2017, we were appointed as a so-called indirect provider of Microsoft, which gave us the position to support MSPs across the entire continent to really embark on their digital transformation and making the Microsoft CSP services available to them. So everything went really well, and we were able to attract many partners and support them on this journey. And at some point, we decided to look around in the market just to see whether there would be maybe some third-party offering on the platform side, because we had a big team of developers, but in the ever-changing world of cloud services, we noticed that it was becoming increasingly difficult to manage both operations. So let's say more the commercial motion that we had and the support motion in supporting all of our partners at the one hand, and on the other side, the actual platform development. So that's when we decided to have a look around, and we made a very long list of many providers who would be able to do so. And then based on I think it were 176 different items, we really went through them one by one, and we used this balanced scorecard that really helped us to grasp the quality of all the individual platforms. And then at the end, the long list came down to a short list of 3. And what we noticed is that PAX8, and this was before the Wirehive acquisition, actually, this was last year. So we noticed that the technology that PAX8 is bringing to the market, to the MSPs, is something extraordinary, really looking at it from a very specific cloud-only angle. And this fits Resello very well because we're also cloud-born and cloud-only. So then we reached out to PAX8 and we said, okay, would there be a possibility to actually license your platform to us so that we can focus on the support side of things and we can just use your technology? And even though we had friendly conversations, the feedback was that it wasn't possible to license the platform to third party. So we were somewhat disappointed, and we decided to look into other solutions. But then after a small period of time, the team at PAX8, they came back to us and said, okay, we tried to look at it from a different angle. And because Resello and PAX8 have, the exact same strategy and focus on, I would call this partner-centric approach of making sure that it's becoming easier and easier for partners to actually embrace cloud services, then they say, okay, let's address it in a different way. And well, the end result was announced early July, when we decided that the Resello team will bring the PAX8 platform, technology and experience and all the programs that come with it to the European MSP marketplace. So that's where we are today. And I'm also very happy to announce that after the early July news on the acquisition, we have put everything in place to make sure that the technology was tested and was adapted to the European playing field. Also, we trained the sales team, the support team. So I'm also very happy to announce that only 29 days after the acquisition news, we've also been able to actually invite all MSPs across Europe to reach out to us, to visit resello.com or PAX8.eu and sign up and just start on this journey with us without any like minimum requirements to actually start engaging or receiving support.
Okay, so in terms of the sort of breadth of technology you offer, is it right across all the, I call myself a generalist, so I know a little bit about all the different IT pillars. Is that what Resello offer, or do you focus on particular areas within provision of cloud services?
Yeah, so traditionally Resello has been very Microsoft oriented. We had a few solutions in the continuity and security areas. But one of the great things for us as a company and as a team here in Europe is that we're able to leverage the vendor line card that PAX8 is representing. So we will definitely be adding more flavors and vendors to the European marketplace over the next weeks and months. And this will also mean that we will train our people more in depth. Because at the end of the day, for us, it is critical that we're able to advise the partners on the solutions and also on the set of solutions that partners can manage, because we do see that typically there is a possibility for SMB MSPs to sell between 7 and 11 different SaaS solutions to their customers. But today, typically, you will still find many partners out there who are selling maybe 1 or 2. So we're actually trying to really help the partners to sell more and to support their customers in an even better way than they've been doing so far.
Okay, and in terms of the PAX8, the platform, do you anticipate, I suppose, put it the other way, are you aware of potential partners that have not engaged with you or not as much as you like because they have, have found that sort of, what do you call it, the administrative platform, if that's the right expression, not what they wanted, so therefore PAX8 will open up a lot of new opportunities? Or is it just a nice thing to add to existing partners, say, look, this is a much more efficient, comprehensive way of carrying out your business?
Yeah, great question. So first of all, we will have a bit of a hybrid approach in the months ahead of us, because obviously all new partners that wish to work with us, they will be onboarded to the PAX8 platform straight away. The existing partners that have been using the Resello platform, we will find a moment in the next months to transition them to the new PAX8 platform, and we will help them step by step, really making clear what the additional value in the PAX8 technology is. So that's the one part. And on the other side, we've noticed that since the announcement 2 or 3 weeks ago, we've already seen tens of partners that have been reaching out to us. And what I sense there is that many of the partners that were on the so-called first wave of cloud and as a service, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, they selected the platform and provider of their choice at that point, and that seemed to be a good choice, and it may very well still be today. But what they do see is that, coming from the specialism and the fact that there are multiple vendors to be combined into one solution, they do notice that there is room for the next level of cloud distribution, the cloud distribution 2.0. And this is something that we definitely want to get across. For us, it's critical that we will extend the team across Europe. Already today, the Resello team has support and sales colleagues in 15 different native languages across Europe. And for us, it's a main goal to extend this and make sure that we offer localized support to all MSPs across Europe.
Okay, so in terms of the combination of PAX8 and Resello, it's obviously a busy market, shall we say, in terms of both the channel and the sort of cloud solutions out there. So how would you characterize that sort of partnership, the offering you're able to give to MSPs, as opposed to, you know, some of the competitive offerings that are out there? What are the benefits, I guess, of working with yourselves?
Yeah, I think one thing that really stands out is that we have this cloud only and cloud native DNA, I would say. So it means that we are not distracted in any way, and that every single colleague in the team is really focused on making that we turn this into a success for our partners. Then secondly, the multi-country approach that we have and the real in-depth knowledge make it very important. Also the resolution rates, as we call it, when a partner calls us with a specific question, we strive to have all the answers in that first phone call without, you know, having them to send to some kind of email or ticketing system. We just try to be really adequate in the first contact that we have, because we train our people really well, and this is something we also want to get across to our partners.
Okay, I mean, that's been excellent to chat to you. Are there any sort of final thoughts or messages you want to give us before we finish?
Yeah, maybe just following up on your last question. I think one of the strengths is also that we're kind of connecting the technology touch, so being the PAX8 platform, to the human touch, because it's really about people's business. So even if you are a small MSP or IT reseller, maybe you only have like 10 customers and 100 licenses, we really welcome you to reach out to us. So there are no commitments or minimum requirements, as I already mentioned before. We really want to help those partners out and help them on their digital journey, making sure that the suite they offer becomes even greater, and that they can actually train themselves and possibly also their customers. So yeah, something we are really looking forward to doing with all the European partners listening to this.
Okay, that's great. I mean, it's been lovely to chat. So Harald, thanks very much indeed for your time.
Thanks.